60 verified kills already exceed the known body count of 99.9% human serial killers. Villages along the Ruzizi River had been losing people for nearly 2 decades from the same crocodile, and despite trying, nobody could stop it so far. Some villagers claimed the crocodile was 40 feet long. Others said it was red or yellow or had tufts of grass growing from its skull like some kind of swamp demon. Faye needed to see for himself whether any of this was real. He had testimonies, but testimonies don't prove anything, so Faye went looking for proof, and what better proof than seeing the beast himself? The problem is, Ruzizi River stretches across miles of muddy water, reed beds, and sandbanks that shift with the seasons. A crocodile can stay submerged for a long time, surfacing only to breathe before disappearing again. Finding one specific animal in that maze, even supposedly the size of a truck, was like searching for a particular needle in a warehouse full of needles. Everyone talks about this crocodile, but rare are those who have seen it. Weeks passed, and despite Faye patrolling by boat and talking to anyone who claimed a recent sighting, he found nothing. Each time he arrived somewhere the crocodile had supposedly been spotted, the animal was already gone. After 2 years of investigation, he began to wonder whether the whole story wasn't just a legend that had grown out of control. Until that afternoon in the late 90s. He spotted something on a sandbank. At first glance, it looked like a fallen tree trunk or a pile of debris washed up by the current. But after taking a closer look, without the shadow of a doubt, it was a crocodile. His head was the size of an oil drum. Running along the back were 3 healed bullet wounds, exactly where the witnesses said they would be. The deep gouge in the left shoulder blade was there too. He finally found it. According to him, the animal measured between 18 and 21 feet and weighed over 2,000 pounds. These numbers are staggering when you consider that Nile crocodiles rarely exceed 16 feet for a weight of around 1,100 pounds. 2 years of doubt evaporated in about 3 seconds. Everything the fisherman had described was real, and if anything, they had become conservative. Faye moved closer to get a better look at the teeth, which would have helped him estimate the animal's age. He approached from the front, slowly, through the tall grass. Before Faye could react, the crocodile noticed them and dove into the water with a massive splash and was gone. He never got to see the teeth that day, but had seen enough to know the animal was real and the largest Nile crocodile ever documented. To him, destroying something like this before science had a chance to study it would be a massive waste. The name he chose for this crocodile was Gustav, and he decided that if Gustav was going to be stopped, he would have to be captured alive to be studied. In 2002, Faye brought his case to the Minister of the Environment in Burundi, explaining that this animal was exceptional and worthy of study and that it shouldn't be killed but taken in alive. The minister agreed, but with a condition. Burundi was still recovering from a decade of civil war that had killed 300,000 people. The current peace was fragile, so Patrice was granted 60 days to act, after which a change of government risks plunging the entire country into civil war again. A fierce race against the clock started. 60 days isn't much time, especially when your target doesn't behave the way it's supposed to. So Faye and his team designed a cage, 30 feet long, over a ton of steel, built specifically to hold an animal of Gustav's size. He brought in specialists,